Hey guys, Trevor Hold here. Welcome to episode 3 of a new podcast. Who are we? For those that are new to the series, I'm just looking at exploring identity and who we are as individuals and how them individuals fit into our community to discover who we are as a social group, as a collective. Basically, I feel that identity plays a big part in a lot of these big social issues that we all witness and see on the news every day and live with and are involved in. So just exploring with people who they are and what they stand for, I feel might encourage thought into that amongst others, which I feel is important. And if we can just try and encourage others just to have a think about who they are and who they want to be, I think would empower them to live the best life they can. And that's what all this is about, just trying to raise awareness and try and help other people along the way. And at the same time, discover who we are or who I am as a person as well. So today, I've got a guest speaker with me. Hi, Erin. How are you today?
Hey, Trevor. I'm well. How are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for joining us today. I just got to go through a bit of disclosure with you. This is recorded session. We're going to just publish this on YouTube on the podcast and provide this on LinkedIn and that, so it's going to be public access to everybody. Basically, we're just trying to get your insights on that and see where you stand on some of these thoughts and some of these issues. So I'll just go straight into it and just ask you, who is Erin K and what does she stand for?
Okay, so Erin K is a mum of 4, a domestic violence survivor, and someone who is extremely passionate about mental health, particularly men's mental health. I have 4 sons of my own, so raising young men in this world is quite a daunting experience. I also have a daughter, which is extremely daunting as well. I guess that's kind of the whole of me. That's who I am. And what do I stand for? I stand for equal rights for each and every person, no matter what frame of life you come from, no matter the color of your skin, your sexuality, who you identify as. Everyone has the right to be them. Whether you're a person who decides to act funnily and is very out there or quite reserved, I respect you. Kind of lost my train of thought there. Sorry. So everyone to be treated fairly and equally and be praised for who they are. Everyone has a hard luck story. That it does differ, of course. Some are worse than others. But that old saying of, smile at everybody because you don't know what pain they're going through today, it really stands strong with me, because we don't know everyone's story. Everyone has a story and a background. And just because your past might be hurtful or it might be a little shady or any of those types of things, it's what you do with it that makes you your person. You can have a really tough, even a negative background, and still come out of it and bloom as a human being. And I believe everybody has the potential to do that, choosing the right path of life.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. That's very, very good words. I took out of that there's a lot of compassion that you try and show people, and empathy, regardless of like you say, regardless of whether you're the same as you or opposite, or whether
that's right. Everyone has a past, and everyone has a journey that they've walked along. Sometimes we're forced to walk along journeys and roads that we may not have chosen for ourselves had we had that time again. But again, like I said before, your path is your path. You can make it what you want to. with some hard work, grunt, and putting yourself out there. I'm not going to say that's easy, because it's absolutely not. As I know myself, like I said, domestic violence survivor, and coming out of the ruins of that is extremely tough. But it is possible. Everyone has that potential to flourish. We were all born with that potential to be amazing human beings in all different areas of life.
And I think that's a really good point that you touch on. I think as human beings, where our DNA and a lot of the research I've been doing through my studies is it comes from DNA stems, like right in our core is the need to flourish. It's not just about living. It's not just about surviving. It's about being the best we can be. And I think that's
right.
That's something that you touched on.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone has that, like you said. It's in the core of us. Everyone wants to be great at whatever it might be. It might be riding BMX, it might be being the president, it might be, who knows.
Yeah.
But everyone wants to be great at something, and being a great human being is something that we all have control over.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, no, that's really good thought. And I appreciate your insights on all that. So compassion, Erin Camp is compassionate regardless of who you are. She's going to give you the time of day and give you the respect. I heard the word respect a few times in there, and just let you live your life the way you want to be, and try and just live your life and move through your life the best you can be.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Exactly right. No, well, thank you very much for spending the time and sharing with us today. Have you got any other last messages before we go?
Thanks for having me, Trevor, and anyone who's watching, thanks for watching. I guess my last message is, if you are struggling and you do need help, if you're in crisis, mental health, physical, any other ways, reach out for help. There are people there who will help you. There's nothing to be ashamed of when you reach out for help. It is an amazing strength to be able to admit that you need help in life. And there are people out there that will help you. Even if someone's watching this on LinkedIn and they want to reach out to me, by all means, please go ahead and do so. Just having a person sometimes makes a world of difference and can point you in the right direction to where to go to get the help you need.
Yeah. And it's no burden, is it? Like, there's a lot of things you don't want to put people out. There's a lot of mental barriers in reaching out for help, isn't there?
Absolutely, there are. There's such a stigma around that reach out for help. Even though we've got a lot of awareness groups, that it's okay to not be okay, and all those types of things that are sort of, we have those going on in the background of us all of the time. But when it comes to actually making that call or texting that person or what have you, there's that, they've already got so much going on. Your friends, your family, people who are in organizations that are there to help you, they want to help you. You're not a burden upon them because you're reaching out for help. They would much rather you reach out for help than sit in silence and suffer. I can guarantee you that.
And you're worth helping. That's the other key message, isn't it? You're worth it. A lot of people mightn't think they're worth it or this or that, but every single human being on this planet is worth helping, and is worth time and effort to
Absolutely.
help.
And there's a meme that goes around every now and then that, basically says that you may not see, if only you could see yourself the way others see you. And I think that's a huge message to people, because you may not see yourself as worthy of help or, very self-confident or any of those types of things. But if you could see yourself through other people's eyes, you would be amazed at what they actually see.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, and there's plenty of organisations, like you said, Lifeline, Beyond Blue, suicide prevention lines, there's domestic violence lines, and like people like you on LinkedIn that quite happily help people and put them in the right direction. So
yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, if you don't know the numbers for these places, like Trevor said, Beyond Blue, Lifeline, there's Call Safe, which is a new one that's running in Queensland and Tasmania. There's all these places. There's just domestic violence assistance, men's shelters, women's shelters, all those types of things. And I know a lot of organizations are also struggling at the moment because they're, you know, the call is quite a high priority at the minute.
Yeah.
But there are people that are going to help you or point you in the right direction. Sometimes it's a matter of just making calls, and you get the right person. They go, yes, let's get in, let's do this. This is what I can do for you. This is who you can call for other help.
Yep. That's great. And thank you very much for putting that out and making yourself available to assist anyone, and for joining me today on this podcast. It's been very insightful.
Thanks for having me, Trevor.
See you.
See you. Bye.
Bye.